So dear students, now let us discuss the first method for equispaced data, that is called Newton's forward difference method, or it uses Newton's forward difference formula. So as I said that equispaced data, I will tell you again that suppose that you are given a set like this, okay? So the every question you will be given a set like this, okay? So suppose, as I told you, it may say 1 2 3 4, okay? So it may start from 3 also, 3 4 5 6, like that. So it is say -1, it is 2, it is 7, or it is say 15. Fine. So for our convenience, what I will consider this as x0, this thing, okay? I will consider this value as x1, this will be as x2, this is x3, okay? It will go on. If you have more data, it will be like that. So first x0 means x0, this is x1, x2, x3. So similarly this will be called fx0 or fx0. This will be called fx1, this will be called fx2, similarly this will be called fx3, okay? So for sometimes for our convenience, we may also represent, instead of writing fx0, we may also write f0, okay? Instead of writing fx1, we may write f1, okay? Instead of writing fx2, we may write f2. Similarly, it may be written as f3, so don't worry. So if I write sometimes as f0, means it is fx0, so just keep in mind. So and that means I can tell you that you are given a set of data. So, and how to represent that set of data? You are given the value of x, and for that there are some fx values. So this is a set of data, okay? But if you want to generalize it, how will you write? Xi fxi, or you can write xi fi. Am I correct? Okay, so this is the set of data, okay? So how long is the data, how big is the data, that depends upon the value of I, and I goes from 0 1 2 3, may go up to any number, okay? So that means now if I tell you you are given a set of data, so you will have to understand it like this: xi fxi or xi fi, where I goes from 0 1 2 3, like that. You can say up to n, okay? I would not like to say it as infinite, but it is n, okay? So for start with this method, now we are going to do the theory. We will solve some problems, but before that I would like to handle the theory properly, then only we will go into the numerical problem solving part. So for this, what we will be considering, we will consider that you have been given a set of data xi fxi, okay, where I goes from 0 1 2 3 up to this, okay? Remember, writing these things are very important. If you think that you will skip all this thing, it's not like that. You are writing a mathematical document, you need to be careful about every dot and comma you are using, okay? So the way I have written in the what I say, the note that I have provided in the Google Classroom, you will have to exactly write like that. Sometimes I say that you can write in your own words, but here you need to be careful. You can't write everywhere in your own words. You need to be very specific about the notations, okay? So, and suppose that you can see that the first value is x0, then x1, x2, x3. Can you see x1 is what? Greater than x2, isn't it? So x2 is also greater than x1. So there is a gap of 1 between everything. So we can generalize x1 also, xi also. So how to like that? How to write that thing? So we will write here, okay? Xi is equal to, okay, xi is equal to say x0 plus I h, okay? So I, as usual, you have, and h is called, it's a very important term, it is called step length. Be very careful. Okay, step length. Now here you see, so xi means it can be x1, it can be x2, it can be x3. Suppose if you write x here in this case of data, what is x1? If I want to write I equal to 1, then it is x1 equal to x0 plus ih. So x1 is how much here? 4. Okay, 4, and x0 is 3, I is 1 h. So h is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. So that means it is easily seen. You see, you can understand. 4 minus 3 is 1, 5 minus 4 is 1, 6 minus 5 is 1. So step length is 1, means we are going always one step ahead. Okay, but sometimes the value have a difference. Suppose if you are given say x and fx, suppose it is given say 0, 5, 10, 15, then what is the step length? 0, 5, 5, 5, 10, 5, 10 to 15, 5. So this is the step length. It's very easily understandable, but we are just giving a mathematical form. So what kind of important things we have already got? We have a set of data, we have the limit of I, then we have what is xi, okay, generalized, and we know what is the step length. Okay, what is the step length? So that's all. So we have defined everything. Now the Newton's forward formula, the forward difference formula, is basically written as, so it's going to be a little bit longer expression, so I would like to, okay, so Newton's forward difference formula is, okay, so is, how is it written? I will tell you. Suppose you have a function fx, okay, so fx, that function, can always be written as fx naught plus x minus x naught del f naught by, okay, plus x minus x naught, x minus x1 del f naught h square, okay, plus x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2, okay. So it will be, sorry, I missed all this thing. So the cube naught to 3 h cube, okay, plus it will go up to certain limit, then again x minus x naught. So this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, this is the fourth term. If I want to write the nth term, okay, then what will happen? This is the first term, okay, second term. So second term is x minus x naught you have, okay, then x minus x naught minus x minus x1. This is the first, second, third, fourth term. So fourth term has 1, 2, 3, three terms here like that. So you will have to prepare like that, x minus x1, then it will go up to x minus, see, second term x0, okay, third term x1, fourth term x2, okay. So but if you write, this is for I equal to 0, this is for I equal to 1, this is for I equal to 2. So in that, here I equal to 3 means it is x2. So if it is I equal to n, it will be x minus n minus 1. I hope you can understand. then it will be, so for this, suppose this is I equal to 1, so this is del f naught. So I will tell you what is this thing, I will tell you in detail, don't worry. Similarly, what is del 2 f naught, that I will tell you. This is what is del cube f naught, that I will also tell you. But for second term it is 2, for third I equal to 3 it is 3. Okay, so for I equal to n also it will be n, so f naught. Okay, so factorial n, then it will be h to power n. Okay, so let it be our equation number 1.